Hello, my name is Author B.L. Fowler, and I'd like to welcome you to my new website, where I have prepared a brief synopsis on my new book, We Err Not Knowing or Studying the Scripture, Matthew 22:29. Initially, when I began researching page content for this book, I, like many others, was enveloped with mixed emotions on how discovering new ideology concerning my religious perspective would affect my viewpoint, if not at all. Surprisingly, the knowledge I gained during my research empowered me to relinquish much of the fear I possessed about understanding religious lore, especially concerning the King James Bible. And like many Christians who assume they know it all after attaining any level of understanding on what they read, I felt I was fully prepared to convey a study guide that could change even a non-believer's perspective on Christianity. But what I really changed was how I learned how to research the Bible. In fact, not only did I begin learning how to research the history of the Old Testament, which derives from the Catholic canonical law, the Septuagint, but I learned that many of the books enveloped within the Scripture have been revised in an effort to convey clarity for laypersons. In fact, learning this helped me understand how these committees helped root a sense of entanglement concerning the Scripture. Even more, learning this knowledge evoked me to more confusion. Take, for instance, the latest issue concerning same-sex marriage and how the idea of such expression of love seemingly infringes upon the religious structure of religious followers. So much, this intrusion has caused half of America to embrace same-sex relationships, while many others remain unsettled on this altogether. But what I learned while conducting research on the history of the Scripture was how often the term homosexual had been woven into the Scripture, and even how often the term had been removed. As if Bible committees remain unsure of this sexual orientation. Yet history has proven the term homosexual wasn't included in the Scripture until the late 70s, during a time when the religious right were fighting to regain control over the lives of secular society. Of course, much like many rallies to oppose and oppress anyone that doesn't walk in compliance with the divine Scripture, arguments erupted and caused a long-term war against the rights of homosexuals. But doesn't that defy what Christ means to existence of human life, especially Christianity? After all, Christ didn't come to condemn the world, but to save those who are lost, so that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Nevertheless, today's society remains divided on not only this issue, but countless others based on the continued pursuit to provide clarity on ancient history. As a result, I've learned to invest time and efforts towards unraveling years of debates surrounding scriptural enlightenment so that I can gain peace in all aspects of my life. This is what has inspired me to compile this new book. Not only have I prepared something meaningful and informative, but I've connected the dots to history and conveyed a riveting educational journey that provides substance, which helps unleash many fear you have about such religions as Christianity, Hinduism, Jainism, Islam, Buddha, and many others. Therefore, I invite you to join me in my quest to change America's perspective on the importance of embracing religious lore. And in doing so, you will be making a difference in the future of our wonderful country. In the meantime, I'd also like to encourage you to purchase one of the promotional items listed in the web store. In doing so, proceeds from your purchase will go to the Metropolitan Community Church HIV/AIDS Ministry and Positive Life and Positive Living HIV Disclosure Mission, two not-for-profit corporations. Again, thank you very much for stopping by, and I certainly hope to hear from you regarding the endless information enveloped in the pages of my new book, We Err Not Knowing or Studying the Scripture, Matthew 22:29.